Hello, my most amazing artists. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to finish your project. And here is kind of what we had done last week. So remember we had made circles on our page, 3 circles, and we were working on shading them. And remember, these are going to be ornaments, close-up ornaments on a tree. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and finish shading my spheres. And we talked about last week how if you're using a marker, you kind of have to get a little bit more creative with showing the different kinds of value of that color, or the darknesses or lightnesses. So I had started adding some dots, because sometimes when you have a lot of dots close together, it looks dark, but not as dark when you're coloring with your marker. So that's an option for if you're using marker. And we had talked about having a highlight on our ornament, or a space where it's just white, so that you can see the light shining off of your ornament. Okay, and I'm going to finish by shading in my last sphere. We are choosing a color, a hue from the rainbow, so I'm going to do green. And remember that wherever your highlight is, like for example, my highlight is right here, the opposite side is going to be the darkest side where the shadow is. So I'm going to go ahead and add a dark layer there and come back and make it a little darker. There's also a video that I can post that also shows what we talked about last week when we were shading spheres. So if you missed that video, I'll post it this week on Google Classroom so that you guys can see how to do that. If you do not have this page, you can start over. All you're doing is adding 3 circles, and you're figuring out where to put your light shining on your ornaments. So I just did an oval in these sections because my light is coming from this direction. I'm going to use a pencil this time to add shading to the dark part of my sphere. It's easier too to use shading by doing the side of your pencil. Okay. Alright, so I have my 3 ornaments. The next part, I'm going to take, you guys can start with a pencil. I'm just going to go ahead and use a marker, and we're going to go ahead and draw the branch that these ornaments are sitting on. And remember, this is close up, so you don't want to make like a small branch. This is very close up. So I'm going to start from this side right here, and I'm going to draw my branch coming up so that this one's going to be sitting right on top of my branch, and then I'm going to have 2 branches that branch out that these ornaments are going to be on, okay? So however you placed your circles, just think about how your branch can touch your ornaments, and your ornaments can hang on your branches, okay? I'm going to go back and add some thickness so it doesn't look so wimpy. And if you want to have some more parts branching off of this branch, like you could have another one coming out here, you could do that. Just remember that the thickest part of your branches is going to be close to the stem here. Okay, so you can make that a little thinner. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and add the needles, the evergreen needles, to my branch. And remember, this is close up, so we want them to be relatively big. We don't want them bigger than our ornaments because ornaments are typically bigger than the needles. But we do want them pretty big, and you can have them overlap your ornament a little bit, because if it's on a tree, your evergreen needles are going to be touching your ornament. Okay, only on the jutting out branches are you going to have needles. You're not going to have needles on the stem. So just keep that in mind. Okay, if you want to add some more tiny ornaments to your tree, you can go ahead and do that. I might add another branch just to fill this space, like a tiny jutty out branch. And I think I'm going to add some holly as well, like the holly berries, just to make it look festive. If you guys want to come up with a background that goes behind your branches and your ornament, that would be a cool addition, especially if you have time. You could do just like some Christmas patterns. Or you could just do one color and just color the background one color. Okay, so this is your ornament picture. I hope it turns out well. Don't forget to upload a picture, please.